There was a time, many years ago, when the village of Umuaro sat cradled between golden hills, bathed in sunlight so warm and radiant it seemed to bless the land. The people of Umuaro lived simple lives, their days filled with work and laughter. But like all villages, they were bound together by more than crops and rivers. They were united by stories, tales that spoke of love, sacrifice, and the mysteries of the world beyond what they could see. Of all these stories, none captivated the villagers more than the tale of the Golden Woman. Her name was Adaora, and though few had seen her, her legend was known to all. She was said to be a woman of extraordinary beauty, with skin that shimmered like molten gold, as though the sun itself had kissed her into being. Her golden hue was no mere illusion, it was a gift and a curse that came with a story of unimaginable sacrifice. Years before Adaora became the Golden Woman, she was simply a young girl, cherished by the villagers for her kindness and selflessness. Her laughter echoed like the song of birds, and her hands were always busy helping those in need. The people loved her not just for her beauty but for the light she seemed to carry in her soul. But one fateful season, a great famine descended upon Umuaro. The rain ceased, the rivers shrank, and the crops withered. Hunger clawed at the bellies of children, and desperation etched lines into the faces of the elders. The villagers prayed to the gods, offering what little they had left, but no answer came. In their despair, they turned to the village oracle, a wise old seer who communed with the spirits. Gathered around the sacred baobab tree, they waited as the oracle closed her eyes and entered a trance. When she spoke, her voice carried the weight of ancient wisdom. To save this village, the oracle said, one must give themselves fully to the spirits, body, soul, and heart. Only through this sacrifice will the land be restored. A hush fell over the crowd. Who would offer themselves? Who could bear such a burden? It was Adaora who stepped forward. Her voice was steady, though her heart must have trembled. I will give myself, she said. If my life can save the lives of others, then I give it willingly. Under the light of a full moon, the villagers gathered to witness the ritual. Adaora stood before the sacred baobab tree, her head held high. The oracle began to chant, her voice weaving ancient words into the night air. The ground trembled, and the wind howled as a golden light descended from the heavens, enveloping Adaora. When the light faded, the villagers gasped. Adaora was no longer the same. Her skin glowed with an ethereal brilliance, shimmering like liquid gold. She had become a vessel for the spirit's power, a living embodiment of sacrifice. The famine ended almost immediately. The skies opened, and rain fell in torrents, reviving the parched land. Crops sprouted as though kissed by magic, and the rivers swelled once more. The village rejoiced, but their joy was tinged with sorrow. Adaora, now the Golden Woman, could no longer remain among them. The spirit's power is both a blessing and a curse, the oracle warned. Her presence will bring prosperity, but it will also awaken the greed of men. She must live to protect the balance she has restored. With heavy hearts, the villagers bid her farewell as she disappeared into the golden hills. Years turned into decades, and Adaora became a legend. It was said that she still lived in the Golden Hills, watching over the village from afar. Her presence could be felt in the gentle rains and the golden hues of the harvest. But her story also drew those consumed by ambition. Many sought her out, driven by greed and the desire to possess her golden power. Warriors, merchants, and kings climbed the hills, dreaming of wealth and dominion. None returned. Some whispered that Adaora tested the hearts of those who came to her, rewarding the pure and punishing the wicked. Others claimed she was a spirit now, untouchable and wrathful. One day, a young man named Kem decided to seek the Golden Woman, not for riches, but for wisdom. The village had grown divided over the years, torn apart by envy and mistrust. Nkem believed Adaora held the key to restoring harmony. Climbing the Golden Hills was no easy task. The journey tested his body and spirit. The wind whispered doubts into his ears, the ground shifted beneath his feet, and mirages of golden treasures tempted him to abandon his quest. But Nkem's heart was pure, and he pressed on, driven by his love for his people. At the summit, he found her. Adaora stood among the golden grasses, her radiance almost blinding against the setting sun. Her eyes held a sadness that spoke of years of solitude, but also a warmth that seemed to embrace him. "Why have you come?" she asked, her voice soft yet commanding. "I do not seek wealth or power," Nkem replied. "I seek your wisdom. My people are lost, divided by greed and mistrust. I wish to bring them back together." For a long moment, Adaora was silent. Then she smiled, a smile that seemed to light the entire valley. "You have passed the trials of the heart," she said. "I will help you. But remember, unity must come from within. I can give you guidance, but the work must be done by those who truly desire peace." She placed a hand on Nkem's chest, and a golden light flowed into him. He felt a warmth unlike anything he had ever known, filling him with clarity and purpose. When Nkem returned to the village, he spoke with a wisdom that astonished everyone. His words healed old wounds and inspired the villagers to work together once more. The village thrived, not because of gold or magic, but because they had rediscovered the strength of their unity. As for Adaora, she remained in the Golden Hills, watching over her people from afar. Her story became a beacon of hope, a reminder of the power of sacrifice and the purity of a selfless heart. And so, the tale of the Golden Woman lived on, whispered from one generation to the next, as enduring as the Golden Hills themselves.